My husband was killed while I was 4 months pregnant, killed in this war.
They're doing the best that they can under very difficult conditions. This entire maternity hospital is run by solar panels because there's no electricity.
They work in very critical conditions.
I came to Obeid on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday a stray bullet hits me on the leg.
The most dangerous place is the morgue.
Fuel tankers and trucks bombed into blackened steel, all facing the same destination. These are signs of the suffocation survived by the city that sits at the end of this road. This is the last stretch of road before we get to Obeid, and there is a complete shift in the comfort level. We're seeing very few cars on the road, very few people, because even though this is a key supply route for the army, the RSF are known to operate a surveillance drone that patrols this territory and launches missiles at military vehicles, fuel tankers, and even trucks carrying aid. Obeid has overcome the longest ground siege of Sudan's war and evaded capture by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, fighting the military for territorial control. The RSF circle around the city has been halved by army advancements for now, but they still maintain positions to the west and the south and launch attacks from above. Their drones have come for this vital infrastructure, the power station transformers that supply Obeid with electricity. But even in the darkness of power outages, babies are born, and doctors are committed to performing the operations that are needed. They're doing the best that they can under very difficult conditions. This entire maternity hospital is run by solar panels because there's no electricity, and should she need oxygen, it will go through a cylinder and not an oxygen machine. Upstairs, premature babies survive in incubators that also draw from solar panels, installed after electricity outages here cost newborns their lives. The roof that holds their power source is punctured by drone debris and shrapnel. In Obeid's biggest displacement camp, Amna has just given birth. She never made it to the maternity hospital, but went into labor in this small, unsanitary room, marked by a sheet of paper that says surgery. And what should be a joyous moment is full of despair.
My husband was killed while I was 4 months pregnant, killed in this war. We have been suffering since the day we arrived. We don't have anything. I don't have a bed. I don't have a pan. I don't have a bucket. I don't have any food.
Pregnant women sit on the mat outside the makeshift operating room. They list their health complications and hope they qualify for birth at the maternity hospital. But Halima is resigned to her fate. She had her first child here and expects it's also where she will have her second, unsure of when she can return to her embattled home. This camp houses tens of thousands of civilians from the war's hardest hit states. Many of them women and children, in dire need of healthcare and food, and at the center of the worst humanitarian crisis in the world. Malnutrition is raging in the camp and in the city, with mothers holding babies in the main hospital that have been born far too small. The emergency ward on the hospital grounds has been plunged into darkness after the generator ran out of diesel. Hospital staff work furiously to maintain the care needed to keep people alive. A daughter fans her incapacitated father to relieve the moments of heat and helplessness in this unit for highly dependent patients.
Unfortunately, only 10 minutes the generator was off because of the fuel is depleted, and now they are preparing themselves to restart it. Okay, but as you know, now the emergency room is functioning as normal. See, this is the ER. This is where they receive the patient for the first time when they come to the hospital here. They work in very critical conditions, and they continue working, and they don't even complain. They are working with patients because they know that they are saving lives.
The fuel stations that feed the generators have been targeted by RSF drones. Residents queue up to fill their tanks at a surviving station, and the black market fuel smugglers that line the road. The main water station has been hit too, and boreholes are being drilled to restore running water. As the fight continues for control of this gateway city and the region, with civilians caught in the crossfire. The lights are back on in the emergency ward, and the casualties come in. A stray bullet hit Abdullah in his thigh as he was having his morning coffee. And the nurses are scrambling to assist him under the flickering lights of an unstable power supply.
This is what God wants for me. I came to Obeid on Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday a stray bullet hits me on the leg. It was fate.
Obeid Teaching Hospital is the biggest in Sudan and a shock absorber for the frontline Kordofan region. Dr. Muzammil's mission is to keep the hospital functioning and his staff safe. 2 of Obeid's hospitals have been hit by RSF drones, and a majority of healthcare facilities in Sudan have been destroyed by the war's violence and scarcity.
You know, when there is bombing, the citizens from the market go to their homes, to their houses. But the staff, the medical staff from their houses come to the hospital because they want to save lives.
Part of his hospital runs on generators. Some wards run off solar power, and other wards have no power at all. The hospital works to sustain new life, while the main morgue for the city and the state struggles to offer a dignified death.
If we want to wash a cadaver here, we have to bring water from outside because we don't have water inside.
Only 4 out of the 8 mortuary fridges work.
الحتة الوحيدة اللي هي أنا بقول هي danger.
The most dangerous place is the morgue because we can receive 3 or 4 bodies at a time and have no power.
Bodies stream out of the morgue to the cemetery. New graves are being dug here every day. This one is for a 19-year-old with lung cancer who died after surgery in the main hospital. Each funeral cements the fatigue of this protracted war, with the struggle for survival tightening every breath from the moment of birth to the hardship of life and the suddenness of death.